Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Chinatown Wars. In this video we're going to be discussing what is the best way to do a warehouse raid. Now for a bit of context, because I'm sure it'll be needed, a warehouse raid is a side mission in Chinatown Wars where you fight your way through a warehouse and then steal a van full of drugs. Now, the way you're seeing me do it here is the standard way that everyone does it, where you just run in and shoot everyone with whatever gun you have to hand, and then that's that. You escape with the drugs, and it's all happy days. Now, this way works very well, but I like making things difficult for myself for little or no reward, so let's mess around and see what we can do. My first idea was to go in on a motorbike and do drive-bying. Is that a word? That's not a word. Do drive-bying, because then I'd have a mobility advantage over the enemies, and it sort of worked. Whilst the enemies did struggle to hit me, and I could move around very fast, it seemed that when you do a warehouse raid, you get a much larger wanted level if you're doing a drive-by. Now, I think I know why this is. I didn't look through any of the code or anything, so I'm not sure. But I think that when you're in the vehicle, the game doesn't realise you're doing a warehouse raid. And when you do a warehouse raid, I think your wanted levels are dumbed down, because otherwise it'd be too difficult. But when the game doesn't realise you're doing a warehouse raid, you get the full wanted level. I think because I was in a vehicle, it didn't realise I was doing the warehouse raid. So overall, would I recommend doing the warehouse raid like this? No. No, you get a massive wanted level. Your extra mobility doesn't give you that much of an advantage anyway, because you run really quickly in Chinatown Wars. So I say no, it's not worth it, don't do it. My next idea was to go in loud, very loud, tank loud, because, you know, nothing says I'm overcompensating for something like attacking a small gang area with a piece of high-tech military hardware. Now, the tank made it very easy to blast through all the enemies, of course it did, but we have the same problem as we had when we did it with the bike. It thinks that I'm not doing a warehouse raid, so it gives me a massive wanted level, and that is quite the issue for when you come to escape in the slow van. Also, you've got to leave the tank behind because of the fact that you've got to take the van back to the safe house, and this has the unfortunate issue of you've wasted a tank, and tanks are expensive. It's 10 grand from the auto merchant, which is a lot, or you can steal one during a 6-star wanted rating if you're a psychopath. So do I recommend using a tank for a warehouse raid? No, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of time driving the tank all the way from the auto merchant or wherever you happen to get it over to the warehouse raid, just to make a relatively easy shootout a little bit easier, and then all for you to abandon that tank as you drive away in the rubbish burrito. And finally, we're going to look at stealth. Which really didn't work, I'm sad to say. Now, for the stealth bit, I bought some flashbangs from ammunition, which I didn't even know you could get in Chinatown Wars up until now. And I used the sword because it's silent. And I think that flashbangs, they like, stop enemies from attacking you, but they don't stop them from seeing you. So you'll always be spotted, even if you flashbang the enemies. And I think this is quite the shame. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because we've already established just walking in with a gun and shooting people is the best way to do it. But it's a shame that you can't really do stealth. So that's about all I've got to say today. When you're doing a warehouse raid, don't spend lots of time preparing and stuff. Don't bring a tank or a bike or some flashbangs. Just run in, shoot everybody like they do in the olden days, and you'll be golden.